Somebody say just eat.
Me, get delivery like a G. See, hungry dogs gotta eat. I get mines every day, every week. Chicken wings to the crib, I'm sitting in. Tacos to the chateau, please. Did somebody say
Just eat.
private jetting in the night sky? My man hand glide by with my fried rice. Ride, Justet.
Somebody say just eat.
Lynx Africa Body Wash. Get knockout clean.
Welcome back, ladies and gents, boys and girls, to day number 2 of CSGO Fight Night. My name is Cody Cass. Joining me as always is MNJ, Josh. We saw an amazing day yesterday, our day 1 of CSGO Fight Night for this season, and what a few games we had.
Yeah, we had an awesome day yesterday, full of upsets. We saw teams actually have a pretty rough day and they've fought their way through. Obviously, the game that we'll be seeing up next is a perfect showcase of that. We saw August earlier on in the day fight hard against Navi Jr. They end up falling 2-0, but both games being 16-14. It was super, super close. Since then, they've fought really hard in the lower bracket. They're still in it, and I'm excited to see them. We've seen some big upsets from Nerd Rage, somehow still fighting in the upper bracket and the semi-finals. What was the second game we saw yesterday? The Project 5 Divine one. That one was a complete shocker, really. I don't think there's another word to describe it. We were not expecting that result, let alone the scoreline. A really, really crazy game. If we look at the bracket right now, yeah, it's definitely not what I would have expected, and definitely doesn't follow the seeding. It's absolutely crazy.
Definitely not. Yeah, as we came into this, of course, we had LDLC as our top seeded team coming into this, going up against Nerd Rage, who were statistically down to the bottom seed. Now, the reason they were bottom seed is they didn't actually qualify into the event. They were invited at just the last moment due to a team dropping out, hence why they started at the bottom. But clearly, they're proving their worth. They're kind of proving, not us wrong, but to the state of, hey, we deserved a higher seed if we qualified early on into the event. And hell, maybe they could have been up there as even a 3rd, maybe even 4th seed. But considering how far they are into the event now, they're in the semi-finals. They go up against Cyber Legacy, who performed another upset on Crazy last night in the round of 8. Realistically, this upper bracket is not shaping out to be what we would have expected at all. But that was yesterday. Now we move to today. We've got August versus Extremum in our first game coming up very, very shortly. Later after that, we have another best of 3, that being at 5 p.m. And then a little bit of a break after that one, joining us back for our 3rd match later tonight, which should be a pretty damn decent one. We'll be quite deep into the bracket at that stage, so we expect to see some of the higher kind of caliber teams come into their own from there. Okay, so now, obviously, let's kick off the day with something a little bit new. Something we mentioned yesterday that, Josh, you have a little bit more information on. I believe we're doing a giveaway.
Yes, we are. 3 knives, 3 days. I think we've got some other skins to be given away as well. But yeah, the 3 main ones. Yesterday, we gave away a Navaja Vanilla. Today, it's the Shadow Dagger Slaughter. All you got to do is head over to @CSGO Fight Night on Twitter. Give us a follow. Tag 2 friends. retweet the post, and you'll be entered in. And well, at the end of this weekend, you could be walking away with a shiny new knife.
Oh, there they are. Look at them. Absolutely gorgeous. As some of you might have seen on stream yesterday, I entered, wanted to get involved, and, well, I didn't win. So, day number 2, we got to enter again at some point. I'm going to, fingers crossed, get my hand on some Shadow Daggers.
It's your time, Cody.
It is my time. But you know what it is time for now? Time to introduce our first game of the day. Now, we've already mentioned these two teams, Augulus versus Extremum. Our 9th seed in Augulus versus our 10th seed in Extremum. And both of these teams, realistically, shouldn't have got to this point. Now, let's touch on Augulus first. So, obviously, yesterday they got knocked down in a 2-0 when going up against Na'Vi Youth. But both games were relatively close, 16-14s. So definitely can't count them out of this at all. Obviously, something that we touched on yesterday is that we kind of have a core 3 UK players that have played around each other for quite a while now. Some of them mixing in when they're with one of the teams in UK called Vexed. That's now kind of dissolved. They no longer have a Counter-Strike team, but they've stuck together and clearly proven their worth after being dropped down to the lower bracket, knocking out the top seed of LDLC.
Yes, yeah. I mean, something that's a bit fun that I've just worked out in my head. Okay, so in the qualifier, in the round of 8, Augulus and Nerd Rage played each other, and whichever one won moved on and qualified, and whichever one lost didn't qualify. And Nerd Rage were actually ahead, and they really should have won that game, but they threw it right at the end, and Augulus pulled it back and won 16-14. So had Nerd Rage won, Augulus wouldn't be in this tournament, and if Augulus won, well, Nerd Rage weren't supposed to be in the tournament, but actually both teams have turned up. They've done really well, and ironically, both teams have beaten LDLC. Nerd Rage were the ones that beat them and knocked them into the lower bracket, and then Augulus were the ones that actually knocked them out of the tournament.
Kicked them while they were down. It was like, okay, our mates have just dropped you down. We beat them, so we know that we can beat Nerd Rage in certain situations if they get the opportunity to. And then they beat LDLC, and it's like, oh, look, scraps, and then just all pile on and just finish them off and take them out. Of course, it wasn't a clean 2-0, though, was it? It did go 2-1. So maybe there are indeed some chinks in Augulus's armour. Look, there's definitely ways of penetrating and actually basically forcing them into submission, as we saw Na'Vi Youth do yesterday. They 2-0'd them on 2 maps, which did indeed look relatively convincing, but nevertheless they still got 2-0'd, which is not the performance you want to be having, especially in your first best of 3 of the series, of the event.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Just one to think about as well that I've just remembered yesterday's game with obviously Nerd Rage Na'Vi Youth. That second game going 16-1. That was a very bizarre one, wasn't it? It's like Nerd Rage took the first map, it goes into Dust 2, Na'Vi Youth say, oh, we like Dust 2, and they just 16-1, and then it goes to a third map.
You're never getting hired for a COS event again, off the back of that one.
and Nerd Rage somehow take it to I have no idea. I don't know how you bounce back from a 16-1 loss, like mentally. I don't know, but
you shouldn't. I feel like they must have had the respect for them to know that, okay, they are incredibly good on Dust 2. I think, like, for most teams, if they've done their research, that's going to be a first ban against Na'Vi. But we move on to another team, the second team that we're going to be seeing up against Augulus today, that being Extremum. As I mentioned earlier, they are the 10th seed. They beat out Divine 2-0 yesterday, but obviously they are now in the lower bracket. They were not able to finish the job.
Yeah, we've got some major experience on this team. It's a team that I don't know a huge amount about. However, you've got the likes of Waterfalls is one that really, really sticks out there as a amazing player that has played at several majors in the past. Really, really strong player. You've got Polt as well, seen his name up. I think he used to play for Unique Team. He's a very, very strong name as well. So you've got the potential on this roster. You've got the players. You've got the parts. They just need to fit together to win today. And I think this will actually be a really, really good matchup. I believe this is 9th seed versus 10th seed. So statistically speaking, these teams are almost like exactly the same. They are at the same level. So it will be it should be a very close one. I wouldn't be surprised if this goes to a third map to see who pulls away.
Or we might see the UK boys in August just prove their worth. It could very much go either way. There is no real question about it. So, early on into this, of course, we don't know the picks and bans as of yet. They are still underway. But I want an early prediction from you, Josh. What are you thinking?
Prediction. Ooh. Well, the first game of the day, it so much comes down to whether they're warmed up or not, whether they've woken up and they're feeling it. Obviously, when it's later in the day, you can base it on how they've been playing during the day and stuff like that. So I don't really know. I want to go with August for the sheer fact that I really want them to win, and I went against them when they were against Navi Youth, and I feel bad about it. I don't like doing that, so I'm going to go with August. I think they've definitely got the potential to take this one, and I think it will be very close. But I think August 2-1.
Oh, interesting. Now, I went with August yesterday, and obviously Navi Youth, well, they very promptly shot me down in that regard. Of course, it did go to 16-14. But my faith has been restored after seeing them beat LDA in a 2-1. They've knocked out our top seed. I've got to go for them. August again. I mean, I'm 0-2 right now on predictions. So this could be a curse for them. But I'm still going to go for it. I feel like Russ had a little bit of a slow day yesterday. But if he wakes up early on into this, he can really put a statement in. So yeah, August, probably a 2-1 as well. I feel like it's not going to be a complete whitewash. But they will win it in the end of the day. Let's see what production and you guys are thinking, though, for our final two predictions off the back of that. August for production as well. Yeah, I'm not surprised. And the viewers, we might be seeing our first five in a row prediction. Unless the viewers, they go extreme. Oh, okay. They've got to go against us.
There we go. It shouldn't be everyone going for August like that, because it should be a very, very close one. I'm surprised production have gone for August. I feel like they tend to just go against us.
I mean, they did yesterday with
out of
Divine,
spite.
right? Because
they pulled it off.
Yeah, the Divine Project 5 game, everyone else voted for Divine, saying that they were going to win, and they completely binned it. Unfortunately, 16-3 on Overpass when they played that, and then 16-7 on their map, like a train. So that is why. It's basically why it was so quick as it was. But it looks like we've just got a little bit of information which is actually relatively crucial for August. Connor, who was playing for them yesterday, isn't able to play right now. So they're getting a stand-in. A player who has moved into the European scene and maybe even an international scene. King Mezzi of Gamer Legion fame. He's going to be joining August and really just adding to this lineup.
Yeah, I mean, Mezzi is someone I talk about all the time. He is an absolutely nuts player, and I think he might actually fit in really well. Obviously, having played with Adam and Russ in their previous team, he's going to be able to work well with them. He's played with the other guys in the past as well, I'm sure. So, yeah, he will fit in. I think he'll fit in perfectly. And he's such a fantastic player. He's such a sharp tool to have in the team.
Maybe if they have Mezzi on their team, Swift 2-0, knock LDLC out, not a chance. But we are, of course, yet to see how he will perform with these guys. And something that you didn't mention there as well is that Mezzi has played with some of these guys. And that can be kind of said for a lot of UKCS players. So UKCS is very much known for its shuffling up of players, shuffling up of teams. No one wants to stay in a single place at once. Well, one, because sure, it's boring. And two, because clearly no one wants to, build on a team. They just want to cross their fingers, hope they get good players to play with, and then blast onto the international scene. It doesn't work like that. But everyone kind of knows their playstyle inside the UKCS. Everyone knows each other's playstyle. They've known each other for a while, whether or not they're actual friends outside a game or they are just like mortal enemies on the server. They know how each other play, meaning that Mezzi has kind of an innate advantage playing with these guys, because if he plays up against them, he can then read that, but he can then take that into a team setting and be like, oh, I've seen you guys do this when I'm playing against you, so we're just going to do the same thing. And then I've read that, well, I already know what you're going to be doing because I've had to research against you. out. Extreme banning out Overpass and August banning out Inferno. Now, August, of course, being UK team, Inferno, one of the kind of staple UK picks. Kind of surprised to see that banned out this early on.
Yeah, I think we saw an Inferno ban from them yesterday as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Let me do some research.
Because I think that took us by surprise yesterday when they banned Inferno. I could be wrong, but I think we saw an Inferno ban yesterday.
Navi banned Inferno yesterday.
Oh, Navi banned Inferno.
Yeah, August left it until last. So it was the last ban from Navi. They banned Inferno, then August banned Train. That's why we went to Mirage on the last map. But of course, that was a 2-0, so we never got to saw it. So it's interesting to see that August are banning it out. Potentially a little bit of research done on the Extremum guys. Don't want to give them maybe too much of an opportunity to be able to get an early win if they're not super confident on it. But we do then see Extremum picking up Nuke, which is a map which some players in Europe started to pick up a little bit more. A lot of players got good at it, and then most people hated it, and it was the first ban. But with Extremum picking that up, and then August being on the CT side, we could be seeing an early upset for them if August have some strats on it.
August, yeah. I mean, historically, Nuke's been horrendously CT-sided, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Now, obviously, in recent iterations, that's balanced out. I'd say it's actually pretty balanced now. But, yeah, that is an interesting pick. That's not something you see every day. A lot of teams really don't like Nuke. I, for one, also not a massive fan of Nuke. So that's an interesting one, and one that we haven't seen so far. And then following off of that, August picking Dust 2. Again, I mean, we saw Dust 2 yesterday. We saw them play Dust 2 yesterday, actually, against Na'Vi Youth. It was very, very close. It's very evident that Na'Vi Youth like Dust 2. They're comfortable on Dust 2.
We've seen August do as well, though, right? Be to do a 16-1 to most other teams, like we saw last night. Then August are able to take them all 30 rounds to 16-14. That must mean they're good in it, surely. Yeah, you would think so, but they are against another CIS roster today, and well, as we saw yesterday, they can be pretty good on Dust 2. I don't want to stereotype, but they tend to like that map, and it's an interesting one for August to go either way. Mirage, everyone loves. As we mentioned yesterday, it is between Mirage and Inferno as the most picked maps in the entirety of Counter-Strike at this stage, at basically face-it level. So we're talking like kind of almost into the pro scene, and then of course in just basic CS matchmaking as well. People love that map, so it's not really a surprise that we're seeing that picked up. So it'd be quite interesting, and I feel like quite level, unless we see just one of these teams storm out the gate on that third map.
Yeah, I mean, Mirage, we have seen it come up as a third map, but we haven't got to see it yet. We saw a whole lot of 2-0s yesterday. In fact, both of our games on stream were 2-0s. So we did not get to see a single third map. Let's see if that changes, though, as we jump into pistol round. August. Oh, I've seen Adam pull those out before, actually. The Julies. Going for the cowboy strat as he charges right onto Hart. Russ going to turn up. The nade does so much damage. Adam Yeehaw finds himself one. Mezzy gets one as well, but as he falls, it's an absolute bloodbath. And a ZNX takes out Polt. An incredibly fast pistol round. But August come out on top.
A great opening round there for August. The nade stack from Adam to be able to deal with the amount of damage that he did. Perfect in there, and as you correctly said, Yeehaw, Deagles, well, Julies, basically as strong as the dealing tons of damage, and a clean round for them. Now, Extremum, they're quite far behind already. They're forcing up pistols in this round. Ryan, look at that, drop down to 9 HP. A single bullet from any of these MP9s will finish the job. No real engagements as of yet. Russ doesn't want a wide peek yet. Polt, close range, PT-50, not going to be able to get damage back down range, but the CTs are indeed coming out on top. Adam going to be holding inside a secret right now. Just waiting for someone to peek into it. Russ falls back onto the A site, and we borderline reset the round with 1 minute and 10 left to go.
Extreme starting to push up now. ZNX finding himself the first one with that M4. These MP9s really want to find the kills, though. They're such an economy booster. And right now, ZNX is taking all the kills, but Adam's going to peek up, finds himself 2. That's going to be a cheeky $1,200 bonus in his bank account. And now it's all on Norway. Last alive with this Glock, 5 to find. I don't think there's a whole lot of hope. But if he can catch one lurking CT, I'm sure he'll be happy. He's going to have to push up now, though.
Well, Josh, even dealing a single piece of damage here for Norway would be more than what any of his teammates have done so far, and he is able to do that. He drops Adam down to 62, but Adam was the only person to take any form of damage in that round. All of the other players for Augulus all had 100 HP. So a great round from them there. Of course, they don't need to buy up any further. ZNX is going to stick with the M4. 5 frags to his name so far. Everyone else on the MP9s, but now we see Extremum. They are going to force up. They are going to be able to fall by. They have AKs across the board, armor across the board, a little bit of utility here and there as well.
Actually,
but the playing
not
slow.
The greatest of buys. It's actually not a great buy from Extremum. I mean, they've got AKs, but he had had such a huge lack of utility. On 3 players, you've only got a smoke. It's going to make it very difficult for them to take any control, or actually hold on to any control if they manage to get the bomb down. To rely on their aim.
He doesn't spot Mezzi, but of course Mezzi does give up his position by chucking and ricocheting that Molotov, but with a nade to follow it as well. Damage to Pult. Waterfall shot down to 75 as well. Close range to Dobbo. It could be very crucial, but he's not going to be able to trade anything back. Another Molotov deployed. Dobbo does take down Waterfalls with it. He's going to dissipate it with the smoke. Now on a 4 versus 4 with the, well, realistically, the weapon advantage going to the way of Extremum, but I don't know. I still like these MP9s, especially at the close range of a site. There's not too many long angles that you can really play in this situation. Dobbo, hyper aggressive right now. He's inside of the control room. No one's going to be expecting him there. Norway does spot him out just at the last moment, though. Sprays him down. Russ spotted out, but he does spray down the bomb. That's Norway taking him down. Looks for a second as well. Not able to find it. Ryan picks up just one more. Pult on the wide berth. Rotate round through Secret. Adam up close and personal now. Hold that MP9, but it's ZNX who could hold all of the cards here with that M4, but he's not able to finish it off. Adam's going to drop down to 19 HP. There's a single tap of damage on Rain, but he is going to survive.
So much damage dealt there for Augulus. I thought that was definitely doable. With all of those teams low HP, the MP9s could have prevailed, but yeah, as you say, ZNX was really the key player there. He needed to find either one frag or stay alive just to cause some kind of distraction, get the trade. This is going to work out for them today, though, but as they were on the bonus round, they can all rebuy this one. And Adam's going to open things up onto Lost with an early one through the vent. So the man advantage going in their favour, but the wall of smokes, it's going to allow them to get down Secret. Adam's on the stairs, though. The smoke goes up, things start to slow down. And as that smoke dissipates, he's going to need to, well, showcase his aim. Hit the heads as they peek into the horizon. Ooh, Russ doesn't miss those, but he does today. Crispy shot from Waterfalls.
Yeah, very, very clean there from the scout as well. Adam now close range. He is trapped. A lot of damage dealt from that Molotov. It didn't look like it should have spread that far, but it did indeed. Messi going to be holding on the site. Back by double stack. Looks like Molotov going to be deployed. Bomb planter yet to be spotted so far. Mezzi, they have no idea that he's here right now. Rain is going to get dropped down to 58. Molotov going to be deployed. Inside of Squeaky is where he's going to have to continue this fight. Pult picks up one. ZNX trades it back. The spray through Squeaky. Now just leaves Dobbo in a 1 versus 3. Hasn't spotted out anyone as of yet. Well, with the exception of Waterfalls, but he takes a lot of damage for his troubles now. Drops down to 11. Only 11 bullets remaining in his clip as well. It's not looking likely as Pult finishes off with a single tap to Dobbo's head. 2-2. As Extremum bring us back level.
The last 2 rounds have been incredibly close, but Extremum just pulling away. And they've managed to level things out. 2-2 right now. Augulus, they're on a full eco, so Extremum They'll be looking to take this round, and they'll be looking to take as few casualties as possible. You do not want to be dying to these USPs. And if you manage to pull it off, win the round without taking any casualties, then you get a nice little boost at the end of it, because all the money that you get, you can bring into the next round. You don't have to rebuy a weapon. And as Adam falls early, Extreme want to try and keep it this way. 5 players still alive. They're playing this one really slow, waiting for some kind of push from August. But for now, they're not going to give it to them.
Look at this stack. Ross and Mezzy holding one between heaven and hell and one inside of hell right now. Waterfall's going to get aggressive, looking for at least their opening pick towards outside. Russ still just defending next to the air conditioner. Doesn't want to give up too much information. His position hasn't been given up as of yet. Spots out one in the form of Waterfalls. A little bit of damage. Well, he's hoping for that, at least. Nothing found as of yet. Taps him down to 86. Know that Pulch has already been tapped as well by Mezzy. Isn't going to be able to find this trade bag, it doesn't look like. Too many whiff shots. Waterfalls does finish him off, though. The tap there from Lost picks off Dobbo as well, but now with the 2 remaining players holding inside of hell, it's not looking likely that August is going to be able to get anything more than Waterfalls in this round. Nope, not going to be able to find it. Pulch dropped down to 63. He took a little bit more damage from the back of that, but it was only pistols, and from that range, you're not really going to be doing too much. Of course, without buying into that round previously, August now have the money to force into this. No head armor, but against AKs, it's useless anyway. 3-2 for Extreme right now as we move into round number 6.
Yeah, 3 players on the August side with fairly limited utility, and ZNX is down to a FAMAS, so it's certainly not perfect, but it could be enough to get the job done. Is Molotov going to go on Squeaky early? Dobbo's got smoke in his hand. There we go. He is going to smoke it off. He's going to drop down and fall back. All of Extremum right now stacked up outside of A. The flashes go over. Dobbo gets into cover just in time, but the Molotov's there. Needs to swing out and make the play. He's found himself 2 before he burns alive. A 2 versus 2 now as Mezzy is on top of the rafters. He needs to find the kills. He does exactly that. Gets 1. Falls to Pult. But he's done the damage, and rough he is, and he's got so many angles to clear. Retrieves the bomb. He's going to punch in the numbers. No. It's the fake. The swing comes out, and Pult comes out on top. Extremum. 4-2. Oh my goodness. August coming so close again and again and again. I thought Dobbo had done the magic. I thought he'd done enough. But not today. Extremum pull away. And as well, August are down to another eco right now. They should be able to put 5 on the board.
Yeah, you would think so at this stage. Of course, as you mentioned, Dobbo holding by Vent. Didn't want to peek on out, but when he did, the amount of damage he dealt was insane. Waterfall's looking for the opening pick. He is indeed going to be able to find it with a little bit of help from Norway there. Russ does trade 1 back, though. Isn't able to recover the weapons. It is kind of lost in no man's land at this stage, but he escapes with his life. Waterfall's down to 6 HP. Lost going to be holding round back now as well, waiting for ZNX to flank him. But Ross is going to be the one who starts getting aggressive here. Still going to be holding by ramp, waiting to spot someone out. Spots out, hits him in the head and hits him in the head again. Takes him out with that P250. The amount of damage he's doing with this incredibly cheap weapon is quite inspiring, actually.
Yeah, who needs guns? Not these guys, apparently. P250 will do the job just fine, as Russ still holding, waiting for the head to poke over. Oh, it's just about not going to happen, but as he's still alive, he's causing so many problems for Extremum right now. The whiff Molotov's going to allow him to sit next to it as well as he swings out. Gets another dink. He's done so much damage. It's a 3-on-3, but 2 players down to 10 HP. This is very, very doable for August, despite the fact that they're just down to the pistols. Both the low HP players stacked up as well. Oh my goodness, and there's a grenade.
He's been able to recover an AK as well, so he can take out Rain in the initial engagement. If he can find that shot with the frag grenade, he can take down 2 players in one. Rain's able to tack down ZNX before his Rain, but is it going to be enough? It doesn't look like it. As Adam recognised that he has the frag, he's chopped it already. He isn't going to be able to find anything else off the back of it, though. It looks like the round is over, but if he can get another exit, it would be perfect. Waterfalls are lost. They have to run for the hills. Do they escape in time? Just. Adam survives with an AK, no armour, remember. but taking that through to the next round ensures another full buy. It's a 5th round for Extremum, but they should not have allowed it to get to that close. The last 2 surviving players on sub 10 HP each. That is worrying if you're the T side right now.
Definitely far too close for Extremum's liking. Russ doing about 270 damage with that P250. Oh, I thought the nade was good, but it didn't do a whole lot. In fact, only did 5 points of damage onto Polt. Adam, he's got himself a nice angle, but I'm sure they won't cross without a wall of smoke. It's a pretty standard setup nowadays when you're trying to take out side control. Adam playing around it well, though, and look at Russ's position. He's creeping up Secret with this AWP. If Extremum try and go down there, they have got a brick wall to take. And what has just happened there? Waterfalls, the hero play, takes out Adam and then falls to his death.
I don't think that's worth it. I don't think that's worth it at all. They get the AK out of the hand of Adam, of course, we've been saving it in the previous round, but there's still 2 AWPs available for August here. If Rain dies, ooh, it doesn't, but that could have been absolutely crucial in that situation. Dubbo still going to be lurking on these angles on the A side. Doesn't want to give up too much. Lost has no chance. Spotted out by Dubbo.